Hi guys, welcome. It's another beautiful day in a beautiful life. I was thinking about something and I wanted to get it out really quickly before I forgot. Um, I was thinking about complaints and worries and why I am so averse to them. Like, I don't mind if somebody needs to vent because they want to release something that they've been holding inside that's been holding them in place emotionally. But it's really, for me, it's like really draining to like listen to people who have the habit of complaining or like worrying. And let me explain why. So I've been thinking about it, and I feel like people who complain, I don't know, if you think about complaints, to me, I interpret that as like an excuse to stay in place. You're not looking for like a way to move forward and past your current situation. You're just looking to like recycle and loop and spend a lot of mental energy on like an excuse to stay in place, right? So you complain without having the intention of wanting to change, wanting to move forward, wanting to like move through that situation, right? So complaints are excuses in my mind. That's my interpretation. And then worries are a misuse of imagination. And again, you're expending a lot of mental energy, like thinking about scenarios that may never happen. My whole thing is take action. Take action, guys. Like, I understand and you know what? Honestly, complaining and worrying are like so prevalent in like conversations. Like, people have normalized it, and I don't know. I think they almost like think it's okay to stay like that. And for me, I'm one to like look for solutions. I'm one to like, if a problem presents itself, it's like, okay, what do I do now? And I'll like, you know, use my mental energy to figure out ways to like move through it and move forward, or like, like bring equilibrium into the situation. Anything other than that, I think it's just like an excuse to keep you in place, so that you don't change. And then you're just kind of like looking for an audience to kind of support that state of mind, I suppose. And yeah, I've called people out on it before. I'm just like, dude, you've like said this once, you said this twice, you said this thrice, and what are you gonna do about it? At this point, I don't want to hear you complain about it. And normally, like, if somebody complains to me, I would mistake that as them venting, and before I would like give them advice. But now, and if you've seen some of my other videos, I just kind of like watch them. I don't intervene, I don't interfere, I don't try to fix it, even though like, and I needed to like realize that was a really like bad habit of mine. Like, it was a knee-jerk reaction of mine to like save people from their misery, their own self-created misery, and now I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna like conserve my energy, I'm gonna protect my energy and use it on useful things, you know what I mean? Yeah, so if you're wondering like why you don't like people who complain to you, and it's funny, I think because we're good listeners, we become like magnets for people like this. They're like, oh, this person like is such a good listener, and they'll just like listen to all my complaints. And for me, I used to, and then now it's like I set a limit on that. And I also like I said, if I hear it once, if I hear it twice, if I hear it 3 times, like I call them out. I'm just like, hey, I've heard this like 1, 2, 3 times. What are you gonna do about it? Because at this point, I don't want to hear about it anymore. Like, maybe you need to go talk to someone. Maybe you need to like change. I don't know. You need to do something. No, in fact, you do have to change. You have to shift something. We can talk about it till you're blue in the face, but if you're not taking action, then what is the point of having this conversation over and over and over? Like, I do not like being stuck in loops, And once I realize I'm in a loop and it's repetitive, I immediately try to break that cycle. I'm like I said, a cycle breaker. I don't want to stay in like a space for too long, and just keep repeating that over and over again. And if you think about it, life has changed. So, if you're not changing with the change, then you're staying in place. And complaining about it, like, what's the point of that? Unless you, like, take action, Anyways, yeah, that was my short little ramble on complaining and worrying. Oh, yeah, I'm worrying. Like, people who worry, I stopped worrying about things. Like, I just don't care. Like, or maybe I tell myself I don't care because honestly, like, I guess when I say I don't care, it's like, I guess what I mean is I'm not going to spend too much energy, like, misusing my imagination on such things, and it's all fear-based, it's fear-based. That's why people don't want to change. That's why people are, like, constantly misusing their imagination to create scenarios that, prevent them from moving forward, oh, I'm scared, and they start worrying. Or, like, they complain because they're like, probably worried of change, they don't want to change. But I'm the wrong person to come to if you want to, like, complain and worry, because I'll probably just tell you straight up what I'm saying in this video, and yeah, usually they stop and they go and either they change or they go and find someone else who's willing to, like, be an emotional mental garbage can punching bag. I'm not that. Like, if you want solutions, if you want someone to, like, hype you up so that you can make the change, I'm that girl. But if you want someone to just, like, idly stand by and let you, like, waste my time, no, I'm not that person. But yeah, something to ponder, something to I want to say, food for thought. Yeah, anyways, have the most beautiful day. And I know, like, the energy, like, for the past, like, I want to say 3 days have been so fucking weird. And I'm just trying to move through it as graciously as possible. Because normally, like, when the energies are, like, off kilter, like, I notice people, like, usually, like, freak out, or yeah, they go into, like, they spiral into complaining and worrying, and I'm just like, I don't want to participate in that, man. I just want to stay even keeled through all of it, despite how weird and off kilter the energy has been the past 3 days. Anyways, take care of yourself, and thank you for stopping by. Blessings to one and all. Amen.